Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're the Garza Twins. I'm Britta. And I'm Carly. Today we're doing a compilation of our September and October favorites because we missed September. We did Get Ready With Me that would probably post before this, kind of going into why we've been absent. We don't have a ton of beauty favorites, but we have a lot of favorites. So first we'll start with our brand, Dyad. We launched a new fragrance called Creme and Proper. It is a princess cake inspired fragrance. If you haven't had princess cake, it's basically like layers of like chiffon cake with a layer of like whipped cream on the top, raspberry in between the layers
with custard in between.
With custard. And then it has a layer of marzipan over top. It's amazing, and we love making fragrances inspired by our favorite foods. So
yes. I'm not even a huge gourmand girly. I go in detail in our Get Ready, and I love this. So I feel like it's for people that love gourmands, but also
it's very wearable.
Yeah, it's like wearable.
Like the raspberry, you get the raspberry, the cake, the almond, and then as it settles, you get like the warm cake notes, and it settles into like a musky vanilla dry down. Very delicious. Very good for this time of year. And then just quick shout out to our fall candle, Signed and Sealed. We launched this last year and we love this. It's a chai inspired candle. We brought it back for this fall. It's so good. It's probably my most lit candle that we offer.
Yeah, me too.
I light it all year round because it's not like You and Yours is our wintertime one, which is very seasonal to me. And
it's
this
deeper.
One, it's just like a nice chai vanilla candle that I feel like you could just light all year round. So
it's so good.
It's amazing.
I have my purse that I absolutely adore. We are trying to save money right now, but I saw this on Madewell. I think it's called this something drawstring bag. My phone is charging, so I can't look right now, but I'll link it obviously. And they were doing a 30% off like well gosh, now it was over a month ago.
Yeah.
And I originally didn't like the grommets on here. I liked the look of it without, but I loved this chocolate brown color. So I was like, okay, and this one was more expensive than the plain ones. And I was like, okay, you know, I have a really plain wardrobe. I wear just like t-shirts and jeans, plain sweaters. So I thought, okay, the grommets actually add a bit of like uniqueness to an outfit. And now that I have it, I love everything about it. Like I love the dark brown suede. I love the grommets. I love that it has this, yeah, just like drawstring closure. So it's really easy to get things in and out of. I don't mind that I'm like spilling. I love that it's an over-the-shoulder bag. It's quite large, which I guess maybe some people don't like, but I found that for me, I like to have more things with me than not. It's a perfect bag in my opinion. And every time I see a Madewell bag that I love, like I bought one last year that's patent leather.
They're so good.
And I worn it like every day since, so that's why I splurged, because I'm like, I know I'm gonna wear this constantly. I love it.
This is so random, but I found these sweatpants from Target, and they're like the perfect sweatpant in my opinion. They're a slim straight leg. I feel like so many are like wide leg because that's the trend these days, which maybe that looks good on the younger kids, but it doesn't look good on me. And I like that these are a slim cut, but they're still straight, so they're just flattering, and they're mid-rise, so they're pretty high-rise on me because I'm short, but they have the drawstring on the inside. I think they're like a 60-40 cotton blend. Oh, 75% cotton, 25% recycled polyester.
Do they run small? That brand is like the juniors
yeah,
brand, right?
Yeah, it's Wild Fable, so I got a size small, but I ordered extra small and small, and they both fit. I just wanted more room. So I would say take your regular size or size up if you want them baggier. But they're at $28. They're so comfortable. I'm gonna get them. They don't come in black, which is weird, but I'm gonna get them in the navy next because they're like going to be my favorite thing this coming cold weather season.
Okay, this is a sad favorite, but we wanted to mention this Etsy store because they did a really nice job. But we talked about this in our Get Ready, but our dog Terry unexpectedly passed away, and the vet gave us like a really actually pretty wooden box for his ashes, but we wanted to order something. Oh, little Terry. We wanted to order something more custom, and so we got this. It's like a 3D model of your dog. I think they just do it out of clay. You send in photos and they make it up, and then you can get like other things up here, but we just got Terry. There's different colors of the jar too, but we just got white, and it's perfect.
It's so cute.
It looks so much like our little Terror Bear, and it's kind of like a nice when you want to talk to him. I like it because it's like his face is on it.
Yeah.
So he's just there. So it's a sad favorite, but I feel like it was a really sweet Etsy find. Okay, then just a few more before our books. Tannologist actually sent us this a while back in the light to medium. It's the Tannologist Hydrating Daily Glow Body Lotion. And I tried the light to medium and I used the whole thing and I really liked it, but it was super subtle. And then our friend Kate, State of Kate, talked about the medium to dark. So I ordered this and I really like it. I feel like I just mix it in with my normal body lotion. So it's not even really an extra step. Like, yeah, you have to mix the two lotions, but it's really thin if you use it on its own and it still is hydrating. I just prefer to mix it in with something a little bit more hydrating. But the smell isn't super offensive. And it just does, if you use it a couple days a week, I feel like it gives a nice natural glow to the skin, and that's kind of what I'm looking for going into winter. Like, I don't need to self-tan, but I just want something so I'm not like so pale, if that makes sense. So I've been loving that. And then for skincare, I had purchased the Bubble Milky Toner that everyone's been raving about, and I loved everything about it. Like the texture, the level of moisturization, it was like so hydrating. It wore well under makeup. I loved it, but it ended up, I wouldn't say breaking me out, but I was getting like congested skin, if you know. It wasn't causing like active breakouts, but like just like congestion on my face. And so I had to return it, sadly, and I decided to try the Indeed Labs Goat Milk Toner. And this one, I've never heard. The two actives they're calling out are succinic acid and carnitine. I've never really heard of those, but they say that it helps to deeply hydrate, oil and shine control for reduced breakouts, and leaves your skin dewy and plump. And I will say the texture of this isn't my favorite. I wish it had a little more body and cushion, but I do think it is deeply hydrating. Like, I go in with this before I go in with my like tretinoin at night, and it just does add a really nice hydrating layer. Like, I would use this in place of a hydrating serum while still being pretty lightweight on the skin. And then lastly, I just want to quickly mention the MAC Yash lipstick. I repurchased this a few months back in their new formula, the Maximal Matte. I love this formula. It's a little bit thinner than the old matte formula. A little bit thinner, a little bit more powdery, but it's still a very like natural matte. It's not a non-drying, non-transfer proof. And I love the shade Yash, and I've been reaching for this all month as my like go-to nude lipstick. I can't get enough. Okay, books. I don't have my phone with me, so I'm just going to do this from memory, but mine is How Freaking Romantic. Well, you wrote it down, right? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I'll link it below. This book really surprised me. It basically follows a girl, well, a young woman that's in law school, and she can be very like hot-headed, and she basically, the book starts, she's standing up for her friend that's getting divorced. Well, her friends are getting divorced, and she barges into her other friend's lawyer's office and sort of like yells at him for how he's handling her friend's divorce. And then later on, they've reconnected in an unexpected way. And so the book, I really like how it follows their relationship, obviously, because it's like a romance book, but it also dives in deep to the friend group and their dynamics, and they're all like college friends, and they had all lived in New York. So I love the New York aspect of it. I don't know, this book really surprised me. I almost gave it 5 stars. I gave it 4, but like more like 4.5, because I could not put it down. I love the romance, but again, I love the friend group aspect. I think that I'm such a sucker for friend groups. And even like college friend groups, it's just really sweet, like all the relationships. So really loved the book. It was totally unexpected. I looked back at everything else I read the past 2 months, and I gave like a lot of like 2 and 3 stars. So this was a huge one for me. My book of the month is The Hallmarked Man by Robert Galbraith. This is the 8th book in the Strike series. Weirdly enough, I obviously was anticipating, this is my favorite series, so I was anticipating the launch of the book, but I think that this hardcover was like $28 or so, and you know we always try to get our books at the library, and I was just going back and forth. I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to wait for the library or buy the book, like I want to read it as soon as possible. And then the publisher reached out to us to send us the book in exchange for a review. Felt very meant to be, and so that was so kind of them.
and I loved it. Like, I love them all. It was a 4 to 5 star for me. The case is about, there is a body found in a silver shop, like a Freemason silver shop in London, and they don't know who it is. Like, the police ruled it to be somebody, but somebody hires Strike and Robin to find out the true identity of the man found in the silver shop because they don't believe that the police got it right. Come to find out, the police were wrong, and they basically whittle it down to 3 potential victims. The thing I didn't love about it is that there are so many side characters because there are 3 potential victims, and so each of those victims comes with different interviews of friends and family and trying to get to the bottom of what happened to that particular person to see if they could be the man found in the silver shop. So it gets a little convoluted because of that and a little hard to follow. The case itself I do like, and they deal with a lot of deep topics. Like, they talk about how these 3 men are just missing, and like it didn't make mainstream media or news because they allude to the fact that people don't care as much when men go missing as to when women go missing, which I would say is true. So it deals with like those heavier topics and those heavier truths that like Strike can relate to, and so I liked that aspect as well. And the Strike and Robin of it all, I was expecting more in this book. This is the 8th book with these 2, and I was expecting something to happen romantically between them, even though she is still with Murphy. And I feel like the whole book, Strike was working his way up to telling her how he feels, and that felt very out of character to me. I feel like he's so direct that I don't think he would have second-guessed himself. I know this is a very like precious situation, especially with her being in a relationship, but I didn't love that it just felt very indecisive and out of character. But I will say the end was worth it all. Like, everything kind of leads up to this final scene in the book, and it was a fantastic scene. So it made the book for me. I'm going to give you my ranking because I did a ranking after I read this one. My favorite is still The Running Grave, which was the last one, followed by Lethal White, then Troubled Blood, then The Cuckoo's Calling, then this one, The Hallmarked Man, then The Ink Black Heart, and then the 2 that I think I gave a 3 out of 5 were Career of Evil and The Silkworm. Not a ton of favorites this month, but we will try not to miss next month and hopefully have more favorites for you guys. We'll see you in the next one.